We just had a little bit of a laugh off camera. I guess everything goes full circle. I was a part of a crew that was here during an NHL Premier Series many moons ago and got to interview you, and here we are in Stockholm again. Let's just talk about the last few years. It's been a successful time for the Rangers, some deep playoff runs, and we'll talk about the World Championships. I know you're proud of Sweden's gold medal, but just talk about the Rangers and where you guys are now coming into the new season.
Yeah, so I think last year, a little disappointment the way it ended. I felt like we had a good shot of doing something very special. We had a great first round against Montreal, but then came up short against Ottawa. Over the summer here, we made some changes, so obviously going into camp this year, it's going to be interesting to see how the new pieces fit together and how fast we can get things going for us. But the mindset, the goal going into the new season here is definitely to go all the way. I think every year you go in with the same mindset, obviously, but I think now is a time for us where we had a lot of guys have been there for a while. We know what we need to do, and adding a few pieces too, I think it adds to the excitement that we feel going into this new season. So we'll see how we do there.
There's a lot of experience in leadership there, Henrik, but there's also pressure, and some of the guys we've talked to over the years about playing in an original six city, there's certainly that pressure in New York.
Absolutely. I think not only for hockey, you have all the other sports, you have work, it's a demanding city. You know, when you do well though, I don't think there's any better places to do well, but it's definitely a unique place. And, to come in as an athlete, you need to be ready to, in the good times anybody can be happy and smile, but it gets windy at times, but you just gotta go with it and realize you need to work as hard as you can and make sure you're leaving everything you got out there. I had a lot of fun playing there for 12 years now. I really enjoy it. You can't expect it to be on top all the time, but I like that challenge too. To be in a city where people care, where people have a vision, and it definitely puts a little extra pressure on us, but I don't mind that at all.
The UK and Ireland, there's a lot of passion for hockey. There's professional hockey in Great Britain. Great Britain just earned promotion from Division 1B to Division 1A, so just one level behind Sweden on the global stage. Maybe give our viewers and the fans, NHL fans in the UK and Ireland, a little bit of your expertise about living and playing in a place like New York.
Yeah, I think first off, when you make it to the NHL, it's been a dream of mine since I was 5-6 years old, and to make it there and play in a league against the best players in the world, it could be overwhelming. So I think mentally you need to prepare yourself to, when you come there, it's like, yeah, I belong here. I should be here because I worked hard and this is my dream. On top of that, to play in a city that's very unique. Obviously, you mix that together. It's a pretty cool experience. So I'm starting my 13th year in New York, and I came from Gothenburg, Sweden. Played there with my twin brother my entire life, really. So as a 23-year-old, I signed with New York, and it was really the first time in my life I spent more than 2 days apart from my twin brother, and I moved away from everything, really. But I felt like it was time for me to take that next step and a new challenge, a new chapter in my career. But to play in the NHL and to, I think, be under that type of pressure, you just need to enjoy it, learn to love that type of pressure, because that's really when you're going to enjoy it and play well. And the lifestyle, I mean, it's fun. You travel a lot, you see a lot of people, but the most important thing, you get to compete and measure yourself against the best in the world. That's the best thing.
Let's talk about your twin brother, Joel Lundqvist. We do the Swedish Hockey League. I've had the pleasure of calling many games as a play-by-play commentator with your brother, Joel, the captain of Frolunda. A couple of Champions Hockey League victories I was behind the mic for. He's an impressive player, and people forget he played for Dallas for a couple of seasons. Talk about that closeness and growing up in the competition. I'm sure there was competition.
There was a lot of competition, but in a good way. You know, we grew up in a ski town, a small town called Åre, in the north part of Sweden. So skiing was a little tougher because then we were going against each other, and there was a lot of competing and yelling on the rides home. But I think we felt early on hockey was our sport. It was a team sport. We worked together. So growing up, I mean, we did everything together. We went to school, same classes. We played on the same team, junior level, junior national team. We turned pro at the same time pretty much. And Frolunda was always our favorite club growing up. We were huge fans, starting at age 5. So then as a 16-year-old, moved to Gothenburg with him, played for Frolunda. I played pro there for about 5 years before I moved to New York. It was a great experience. And our final game in Gothenburg was an overtime win to capture the Swedish championships. And after that, I've been in New York for 12 years, and he's been mostly in Gothenburg, but a couple of years in Dallas. And then we reunited this spring to play for Team Sweden and to win a gold medal at the World Championships in a shootout. It was a very special moment for both of us, just standing there on the blue line and just hugging each other and thinking back of all the times we spent, playing together, and then really this was our dream to win something for our country together.
We really appreciate you taking the time to join us on Premier Sports. We look forward to seeing the Rangers all season long in Ireland and the UK, but best of luck to you and the Rangers this season.
Thank you so much.